Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be picking my May TBR. I always pick my TBR using my TBR jar, and I usually pick 6 prompts, but this month I'm only going to be picking 5 because I already have one book that I need to put on my TBR because I need to read it this month. So let's talk about that book first, and then we'll get into picking the TBR prompts. So the first book on my TBR is Dolly All the Time. That's the new Annabelle Monaghan release that's coming at the end of May, and I got the arc on NetGalley and I need to read it before it comes out. So obviously that's going to be the first book that I'm going to be picking for my May TBR, and that one is about a single mother who is going to spend her summer at her parents' place because she's helping them out with some money issues that they have going on. And while she's there, she meets a really rich man that needs to be in a fake dating arrangement, and he starts paying her to fake date him, and they go on dates, they go on these big events that he has for his work, and eventually they fall in love. I really love Annabelle Monaghan. She's one of my favorite authors, so I'm really excited about this one, and I'm even more excited because I get to read this book earlier, so I really need to get to this soon. I was waiting until the weather started getting a little bit warmer because I wanted to read it closer to summer, and now it's the perfect time for that. So that's the first book on my May TBR, and now we're gonna start picking prompts and pick the other 5 books on my TBR. Okay, I'm gonna pick the first prompt. More than 500 pages. That's scary. What am I gonna pick? Because I was not expecting that at all. Let me see how many pages Calabasas is. I don't know if it's more. 541. I could pick this one. I've been really wanting to read more from R.F. Kuang. Babel is the only book I've given 5 stars this year. I've been really struggling with finding a 5-star, so maybe I could find my second 5-star of the year. I don't know. This is an option though. I've also been wanting to read Heavenly Bodies. I don't know if it's over 500 pages though. Oh, I don't think it is. It's so close though. It's like 480, but unfortunately I can't pick this one. I could also pick The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. I've been wanting to read this one for such a long time. I've put this on countless TBRs. I never actually get to it. And in a way, I do feel like it's a little bit boring to keep repeating myself and put this book again on my TBR, but I really want to read it. Although, once again, I've been saying that for a long time and I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. I think the right move is not 500, but wait, oh my god. Oh my god, no. This one is 498 pages. Oh, I wish I could pick this one. I've been really wanting to read romance lately. I think it's just the warm weather. So this would have been perfect, but I can't pick it. Is Metal Slinger more than 500? No. Okay, so I don't really have any other books that are above 500 pages and that I've been wanting to read soon. So it's between these two. I don't know which one to pick though. I don't really want to keep repeating myself and put this one on the TBR, but I think I'm gonna pick The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I've been putting this on so many TBRs and I don't get to it, but hopefully this month I will. This book is about a girl that makes a bargain with a devil or a demon, I'm not really sure, and she basically wants to live forever, but she ends up being invisible to everyone. So whenever she has an interaction with someone, the second that they turn away and go about their lives, they forget about her. So she hasn't really had any connections with anyone for centuries, I think. And I also feel like this is going to be a 5-star. So I'm going to go with this one, and I'm really going to try to read it once and for all. It's also on my 26 books for 2026, so I need to get to this. I really wasn't expecting to pick that one, so hopefully now the TBR jar will give us a little bit easier prompts because big books intimidate me. They really do, and that's why I keep putting these books off, but I need to get over that. Let's now pick the second prompt. A free pick! Okay, that's literally perfect. So what do I want to pick? Okay, so I think I'm gonna pick from my spring TBR because I really want to get to it. So let me look at it and see what I want to pick. Okay, I went to get my reading journal. Here we have my spring TBR. Okay, so from my spring TBR, I could either pick Tender as the Flesh or Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. I've been really wanting to read this one, and I think it's gonna be the perfect book for spring, but I've been really drawn to this book. But I don't know, which one should I pick? I'm scared about picking another fantasy, but I think I'm gonna go for the Emily Wilde book. This one just seems so whimsical, and I think I'm gonna get this on audiobook because I've been seeing everyone that reads this series on audiobooks say that they enjoy it way more in the audio format. So I might get this one and just go to the park and immersive read this one. It seems like the perfect situation. This is the second book in the Emily Wilde series. This is a cozy fantasy series and it's about a professor that studies fairies. And I think in this one, fairies start appearing at her university and she has to go on some sort of mission to uncover their secrets and figure out what they want. It seems like it's gonna be a cozy, whimsical time, and that's kind of what I'm craving. And I would also be continuing a series that I'm in the middle of, so I'm gonna go with Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. Okay, so right now I have 2 fantasies and 1 romance on my TBR. I don't want to pick any more fantasy because I don't want to get burnt out. It usually takes me a little bit longer to read fantasies and I don't want to get back into a slump because in April I was really excited about my TBR and then I got into a horrendous slump. So we're not doing that again and I'm gonna try to not pick any more fantasy, but let's pick the next prompt. A romance. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I need. The other 2 books on my spring TBR that are romance are both books that I have already picked from other TBRs. So I don't know if I want to choose them again. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of not finishing my TBRs and I really want to finish my spring TBRs. So I think I'm going to go with one of those 2 books. The first one is Ready or Not, which I literally just put on my April TBR and I didn't get to it. Not because I wasn't feeling it, I just didn't really get to this one. And the other one is Lost and Lassoed, which I think I put on my January TBR. I don't know what I was thinking because January is just not a cowboy romance kind of month. So I think I'm gonna go with this one because it's been a while. And honestly, I shouldn't have put that one on that TBR. So I'm gonna pick this one. As you can tell by the cover, this is a cowboy romance and this is a single dad nanny trope. And she has been best friends with his sister for a really long time now. And they have always hated each other and there's always been this really big tension between them. I don't really remember why they hated each other, but I know that they do. I just finished Wildcard a few days ago and I've been really craving more cowboy romance, so I think this one is gonna be perfect. I think this is most people's favorite in the series, and so far I've been really enjoying the other ones. I think between the first 2, my favorite is the first one. I'm very excited to get into this one and see what it's about. So Lost and Lassoed is the 4th book I'm gonna be adding to my May TBR. Okay, so now I have 2 romances and 2 fantasies, so hopefully I can pick another genre. I've been really loving having TBRs that have a lot of different genres. I feel like you don't really get as burned out because it's always something new. So hopefully I will get some lit fic or some horror book. We'll see. A random number generator. This is scary. I think it's 161 books on my physical TBR right now. I know. So I think I'm gonna ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 161 and maybe I'll just count it and see where that lands me. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 161. 60. Okay, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. I really don't want to get a bad pick. Okay, let's count. Guys, I'm so sorry. I do not think this is gonna happen. I don't think I can do this. I really don't think I can do this. I'm gonna be honest. A Little Life. Like, I've been wanting to read this one for a very long time, but I kind of wanted to read it on my own time. I wanted to pick it when I felt like I was ready and I was in the mood to read such a big book and also such an emotional book. I'm kind of scared. I don't know. Should I put it on my TBR? I think I'm gonna pick another prompt. I'm sorry. I just don't think I want to put A Little Life in any monthly TBR, to be honest. This is just not gonna happen. I know this is kind of cheating, but I'm picking another prompt. I'm sorry. Okay, so our new prompt is a black cover, and I know exactly what I'm gonna pick. We're going back to Tender as the Flesh because I really want to read this one soon. And it's also on my spring TBR, so perfect. This is a dystopian book where they start farming humans. Because there's a virus going around and it's infecting the animals, they can't eat them anymore. And I think our main character works in the factory where they slaughter the humans. This seems like it's gonna be really interesting. I've heard this is very graphic, but I don't really mind that. I'm not very squeamish. I kind of enjoy getting that unsettling feeling with books. So the next book on the TBR is Tender as a Flesh. Okay, so it's time to pick the last book. Hopefully it doesn't give me another wild book. From my yearly TBR, let's go back into my reading journal and see what books I have on my yearly TBR that I want to read right now. Let's see. I haven't been doing the best on my yearly TBR. This actually is perfect. What could I pick? Okay, so it's between these 3 books. Right away, I'm seeing that this one is way shorter than the other ones, and that is making me want to pick this one. I also already have 2 romances, so do I want to pick another one, or do I want to go for a lit fic? I don't know. Okay, you know what? Since I can't pick between these 3, I think I'm just gonna ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 3, and whatever she decides, I will put on my May TBR. Since I didn't pick that random generator prompt, I'm gonna put it into this one, and this way I don't have to decide. So this is gonna be number 1, this is gonna be number 2, and this is gonna be number 3. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3. 2. Okay. Here we have it. I'm gonna be reading The Right Move. I have absolutely no idea what this book is about. I know this is a sports romance series and it's interconnected, so each book is about a different couple. Okay, I think it's also a fake dating romance. Okay, so I think his sister's best friend moves into his apartment and then someone is making fun of him for being a lone wolf, and so he starts fake dating his sister's best friend to show that he's not lonely? Is that really what this book is about? Okay, wait. She also has a wedding coming up and she needs a date because her ex-boyfriend will be there. So I guess they both need this fake dating situation. I don't really know. It seems a little bit random, but I know that people love this one. I feel like this is a lot of people's favorite book from this series, so I'm very excited to get into this one. So here we have the last book on my May TBR. I'm excited. I've been really wanting to get into this series. Okay, so let's go over the books on my TBR. I really wasn't expecting to get this stock of books, but I'm excited. So the first one is Dolly All the Time. Then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, Lost and Lassoed, Tender as the Flesh, and The Right Move. I feel like the CBR is mainly romance, but with the warm weather, I really love reading romance, so that's not a problem for me. There's a lot of books I've been meaning to get to for such a long time now, so hopefully if I manage to finish my May TBR, I will finally get to them, which is really exciting. But that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what's on your May TBR, and if you've read any of these books, let me know which one you think I should start with. And I really hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!